Hi guys, it's Mary Ellen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be decorating and setting up my currently page in my work planner for August. So if you'd like to see what I do, keep watching. So this is my work planner. I use a classic dashboard planner, and I started doing something a little bit different last month. I had done like one currently page every month that had my income on it, but now I'm doing a double page, and I'm using pages from the monthly happy planners, and I'll show you what I mean. So I have things to cover it because it's income and other sensitive like information, Patreon names and stuff. But anyway, so this has really worked for me this month. This is kind of my landing page, especially for income, sponsorships, any really important things I have to remember, and breaking down affiliates and stuff like that. So the way I used to just have a page like this where I would break down my income, but I've added another page. So I have two pages now, and it really, really helps because I was finding it was very squished on the other one. So it's not completely filled out yet because it's not the end of the month when I'm filming this. But what I do at the end of every month, like I guess usually like the first of the month, is I'll go in my planner and I'll go through my bank accounts and my PayPal and everything, and I'll break out the income, right? So I'll find all the income for affiliates and I break those out into separate affiliates so I know how much I'm making from each one, add that up and put it in affiliates total up here. This is obviously YouTube and Patreon I've already filled in. This is a space for any sponsorships I have that month, and that's like the total of the amount of money I've gotten from brand deals. This is classes from Michael, like the Michael's classes that I teach. And then this is like a Etsy, which I only have one product in my Etsy shop, but I mean, you can go look, but there's only one thing in there so far because I just haven't gotten around to putting in more. But I still get a couple of orders. So I've got the Etsy and then any custom spreads and then other. So sometimes I will sell on eBay or I will just have other various little incomes coming in. So that is all going to add up and put the total in there. And then I have a space for VA because my husband, Daniel, he had ALS. So it was 100% service connected disease because he was a former Navy SEAL. So I get an amount from the VA every month for that widow benefit. So that goes in there. And then I total it up. And I didn't put a space for the total. I have to remember to do that. Anyway, I usually have a space for the total, but then I like to break it down between Planning with Bumble and then VA plus any like eBay or other stuff that's not related, because I like to see how much I make at Planning with Bumble every month. And I like to see the patterns of, it's kind of cyclical. So the patterns of like how much I'm making per month of the year and then how much I'm making per year. And like, I like to see that broken out. So over here last month, I had like a couple of big monthly goals. Didn't do either one of these yet. And then this is some like just monthly things that I have to get done. It's usually Patreon related. Right here, I wrote down some names of patrons that I had to like shift around some things about. And then down here, I used it for my sponsors for the month. So this is my sponsor list. I like to keep track of them, the brands I'm working with per month, and keep track of whether I've been paid or not. So I do that kind of through here. Over here, my intent was, and I've tried to do this before, my intent was to track the posts that I put out to see how many I'm doing, and I still did not do it this month. I'm hoping to do it next month, so we will see if I can do that. Top priorities, it's kind of like this up here, just sort of a couple of big things to remember. So there's not going to be a lot of decoration on these pages because they're super functional for me, but we're going to go into August and decorate it out. That is a sneak peek of some videos coming up. Okay, so let's grab the August currently page. I mean, is it called a currently page? Maybe it's actually just a monthly page because it's a monthly planner page, but I'm calling it like my work currently page because that's what I used to call it. So I don't know. All right. So let's start. I am going to be using the color story book that just came out. This is a big color story and it's super cute. It's got like some of the themes that we know and love, but there's this new theme in here that's a little bit different. I'm going to be using this one. I thought it'd be fun. So I'm going to use this big plans sticker, this really long box sticker to put in affiliates because I don't necessarily need to put in those individual boxes like I had there. And I think I kind of want to bring the affiliates down the sidebar. And this way I can track more of them because I was sort of lumping them in to other. And this way I can track probably all of them on here. And I'm just going to write the name and the amount right next to it. So I'll just have to write a little bit small, but I think it's going to work. All right. I kind of want to cover this time just for fun. And there's like, because there's these like really cute decorative box stickers here. And I think it's going to like cover that pretty good. So I'm thinking about like this one that says, get lost in what you love. It's going to cover August, but maybe I'll put August somewhere else. Don't be afraid to cover up parts of the planner that, oh, whoops. It's also a little crooked. But guess what, you guys? It's my planner, so I'm just going to leave it. And I'm going to color this part in because really it's, you know, it's not a big deal. And like, it's still cute, right? It's just a little crooked, but I'm going to leave it alone. If it were for someone else, I wouldn't, but for me, I will. I try not to stress too much about that kind of stuff in my own, especially my work planner, because it's so functional that it doesn't really bother me that much. Okay, so I think we do need to bring in August here. I'm going to know it's August, but let's put it in here anyway. So I'm going to take off monthly goals. Maybe I'll put some letter stickers in here for August. What do you think? I think it's a good idea, so let's do it. Let me grab I made this like create your own sticker book with all the letter stickers that I could find in all the sticker books. Now, I still have to update it because the most recent ones I haven't put in, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of these in for August. I like having them all in one place. It just kind of makes sense to me. And this one seems to match pretty well, right? I feel like that's going to match pretty well. I don't know. There's not a lot of blue. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, so this is from the Soft Geode sticker book. So I'm not even going to worry about centering these. I'm just going to throw it up here because I don't really care. Like I said, it's just for me and it's just fun and I'm not going to like stress about it. And it doesn't look like it's going to be centered, which again is fine. I can always put a sticker like on this side to center it. You know what I mean? Oops. Okay. I can't believe it's August already. What the heck? What's happening to my life? That is crazy. I definitely did not center this well. Well, that's okay. They were bigger than I thought. So we'll put something over in that area there to balance it out. Like I said, that's what I do when something's not centered. And I know that like there's more space between this. I don't even care. I think I just want to like, well, I might care a little. Let's move the G over a little and just see if we can make it a little bit better. It's kind of, there's a lot of space there. The kerning is off, you know. That's the kerning between the letters, the space between the letters. It's like called kerning. That's all I know about it. I don't know much else about it. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so let's see if there's anything in this sticker book that I can like throw down there for fun to just sort of take up that space. There's these little hearts, but they're really hard to see, aren't they? There's these. These are fun. How about this heart, though? just angle it like that. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's see. Let's cover these with these cute little, I call them Pac-Man, but I know it's not Pac-Man, you know, but they look like Pac-Man kind of, right? I feel like they do. Just because it'll be fun to put those there. So let's grab a couple of those. And I'll probably leave top priorities there. I'm going to balance this orange up here with this one. And then maybe like this pink and green would be fun. Oops. All right. Now, here, this up here is going to be the income section, and I'm just going to write that in. In fact, I don't even have to write income. I'm just going to write at the top of the page. I'm trying to find, here it is. This is a size 12 Pigma Micron. I really like these pens. I'm going to write at the top, I'll write total income, because like I said, I forgot to put that in on my other page, and I always need like a total. And then what I do also, oh, you know what I forgot last month? To put a place for expenses. I'll have to do that this time. Then what I do, like at the end of the year, is I look at all of these sheets and I take the income from each month, and then I add it all up and I put it on another sheet that's like per year. I have like a sheet that has like the months of the year and then the total for the year. So I'll take these and I'll put it in each one as like after this month. So I'll put it here, but I also have another page that I put it on. I know that doesn't really make sense, but I think I did a video on that once where I created that page. So I'll try to link that, but I like to like keep track of things, you know, just to see how I'm doing. So then I'm going to do here, like I did before, PWB and other, and that's just going to break it down a little bit. So that like I know where it's coming from, right? I mean, the VA payment's the same every month, but sometimes, I just smeared that. Sometimes, like I said, I have other stuff like eBay, or I'm trying to think of another example. I don't know if I have any other income coming in from any source, you know, it goes in the other category. Okay. So here we need, how many did we need? I think, let me look at the other page. I think we need like 6, maybe 7. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 7 boxes. And I don't think there's boxes in here that I can use. So let's go to another book. Let's just get some from like the regular Colorful Boxes book, I guess. And we'll put in 7 of those. These aren't really the right sort of colors though, are they? Of course not. Of course not. I mean, the peach is like that pink color is. I could probably make it work. Let's do that. Let's take 7 of these. We'll take 2. Okay. Let me grab some of these like turquoise ones, I guess, or the blue. I think the turquoise probably. One, two, 3. I guess I'll just use these 2 colors maybe. I like it that this is like a dot grid because I can count the number of dots between them. You know what I mean? I like that that is like that. And then We'll grab a turquoise one. And then we'll grab another pink. Or peach, or whatever that is. Peachy pink, I guess. Actually, I should just put a turquoise one there. I was going to take up space here with something else, but, well, I can do that. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a thinner pen. I'm going to take this 0.38 Muji, and I'm just going to write the categories here. So, I'm just going to do this, YouTube. And I'm not too concerned about my handwriting or anything in this planner. I'm just like, this is so practical for me, just super functional. So... is that like, did I go downhill though? No, I think I was just crooked up there. It's okay. Affiliates. Sponsors. Classes. And other. And VA. Okay, so those are my categories. Again, I'm going to put affiliates here. I don't know that I need to write that in this area, but I could. Okay, I kind of like the idea of putting some boxes in here too. Wait, before I do that, let me write over here these again and really see if I can do it this month. I don't know that I will, but I'm going to try. Patreon, and then my Facebook group for patrons. And what was the other one I used? Oh, Reels and TikToks. I'm getting kind of lazy with those lately, and I kind of want to make more, but they are really time consuming. So I don't know that that's going to happen, but we'll see. Okay, I did want to put a place for expenses, and I'm thinking since we're not taking up this space for the affiliates, I can probably do it right here. I don't usually have a ton of expenses, but I do want to jot those down and like kind of keep track of them a little bit better. For tax purposes. I haven't really been doing a good job at that, and I kind of want to do that. So I'm going to take one of these boxes here. I guess the multicolored one like this. I'm going to like maybe go right into that. I was trying to cover that line, but I'll just do that. Okay, and then so that's where I'm going to write expenses. I always try to keep track of that, but I always forget, to write it in, and I really should because it would save me a lot of trouble at the end of the year. Okay, so we can put a cute little sticker there that's, fun because I don't think I'm going to be needing that space for anything. So let's throw something in there that's a little bit interesting. Although they're all kind of big because this is for the big teacher planner, I guess. But let's take this Live Simply sticker. Okay. All right, that fits nice. Okay, so I guess this side is probably done. Over here, this is just like important stuff. So, although maybe I should put sponsors here actually, because I kind of like it was all squished here. I think I want to put sponsors here and then they'll each have their own line. So let's do that. Let me just grab, take this one. I'm going to white that out because that's pretty dark underneath. I'll just write in. And then typically what I do is I have a place for the name, like the brand, the amount, and then to check off like did I do it, and to check off did they pay me. So I'm just going to go ahead and write those in. Let me get a ruler. Oh, sometimes I put a due date in here too. So let's do, this will be for the date. This will be the amount. Oh, I went way over. And I don't always have this many sponsors. In fact, I usually don't. But just in case. Okay, and then I do have some ongoing ones. So date, in fact, I'll write it here. Date, amount, and then done. So that's for me to check off when I finish it. And then the last one will be, did they pay me? Or actually, I'm going to make one that says invoiced, because some sponsors, some brands I have to invoice and some I don't. So I'm going to do invoiced because that way I won't forget to send an invoice if I need to. So, oh, why did I go all the way down to the bottom here? I might put like a sticker over there because I messed it all up. Okay. So done, and then invoice, and then paid. Okay, because sometimes what happens is, well, a lot of times what happens is I will invoice them in 1 month and then they'll pay me in the next month, but I forget to go back and like check off that they paid me, and then it affects like sponsor payments over here. Like it kind of gets a little messed up. So I think that's a good way to keep track of it. I'm going to take a Jelly Roll pen and just to cover that dot because I didn't like it there. I know that it's not a big deal, but like I still like it to look pretty. What can I say? So I want to put a little sticker here, like I said, to cover that part up. And I'm thinking maybe like this one. That's kind of cute. Let me see what else is here. Or I could take like a box. Ooh, I could put this here. That's really cute. Down here is just going to be extra space for whatever I need. Sometimes I will do stuff like for Patreon down here, like I said, like I did on the last one. And then this time I had like 3 boxes for priorities, but there is this top priority section there. So I don't know if I really need that. And I might leave this blank as well because that'll just give me extra space for whatever I need. And I'm still feeling out how to use this setup. So if I think of something to go up there, like then I'll have the space to do it in, you know. Let me grab, I'm thinking this one maybe. Should I do that and cover it up with that? Or should I just cover it up with that? I kind of want to cover that up. Let me see. I'm going to white this out. I also could bring in like some washi tape to separate areas too. Maybe I put this here. I think I'm going to put it here and cover this area here. Okay, so that is for whatever I need it for, like just a list of important things or whatever. And then I'm going to put like one of those boxes there. Let's see. And I know you can see the white out, but I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, and here I'm just going to write important. And that's like so generic, it can be for anything. And I typically I don't know exactly what I'm going to use that for. Like sometimes it's a patron thing, like the patrons who drop out or like new patrons. I have to like keep track of some things for them. So I might do that there. I also have another sheet I use for patrons too. So it might just depend. But I'm going to leave that alone because that'll give me some space if I need it. And I have that space up here. So I'm wondering if I need anything else. I know that this color doesn't match these so well, but like overall it's cute, right? I feel like it's cute. I want to put just one of these down here, maybe one of these strips just for fun, or a quote. How about one of these quotes? Keep going and going and going. Kind heart breaks. I think keep going and going and going makes sense for like a work planner, right? So I'm just going to put that down here as like a little motivation to myself this month. Okay. So I think it's really cute. It's not, the cutest thing I've ever seen. This box is kind of bugging me, but I think like overall, it just gives me a little bit of cuteness to my work page for this month, and it's all set up and ready for me to go. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you keep track of income this way or if this gave you any good ideas. And I will see you in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.